I really want to help you guys leverage out your efforts today on social media, share with you some of the things that we do inside of the brand, inside of the business, so that you can not be spending all day, every day in front of your device or your computer trying to work social media to attract buyers and attract clients. It's one of the things that I actually hear a lot in my world with my people, my online family is like, hey, I am spending a copious amount of time on my device on social media, and I'm really not necessarily seeing the fruits of the amount of labor that I'm putting into this thing. So it really doesn't have to be that hard. It really just needs a little bit of a plan. So what I'm going to do with you guys today is I'm going to share with you a really great social media plan that you can literally take maybe 60 minutes to plan either a whole week or a whole month and serve your business goals that you have. And I'm going to give you a little formula today that works really well, and follow this plan on a regular schedule, either weekly or monthly is what I suggest, depending on what it is that you want to do. I'll give you both plans. So here's the thing. You guys have heard me say it probably 1,000,001 times. I'm probably going to say it 2,000,002 times. We have a love-hate relationship with social media. I hate it because it can zap. If you let it, it can zap a lot of your time. And you'd be like, going to Facebook and you're like, okay, I got to make this post to like promote my business, or I got to like engage with people. And you go to like do the money-making activities over on social media. And then you get there and you're like, looking at something completely unrelated, and you're like, where did 5 hours go? So that all that time that you put there, okay, wherever there might be, that was like maybe productive or non-productive, I don't know, is time that you take away from other places, right? We only have so much time in our day. Where do you want to be spending your time is the question that I think most of us would all agree. Like if we weren't here talking about business or business promotion, we would all agree, we would all raise our hand and we would say, hey, we want to be spending time personally with ourselves in things that we love doing, hobbies, fun stuff, and with our families, right? And we would not, a lot of us would say like, yeah, we just want to be doing business all day long. No, we do the business so that we can have the impact, so that we can have the time that we want to spend with our families and things like that. And unfortunately, life takes money. Okay, it does. It just takes money. So we need to do the business to get the money to do the life things. It's like this thing, right? But we don't want to be spending all day, every day on social media, because again, that time there takes it away from the more precious moment spots of your life. And I am the biggest cheerleader and advocate for making sure that you set yourself up right in your business so you still have the impact and income. However, you still have a life. That is very important to me. So when it comes to social media, my question is, do you have a plan that is producing what you need it to produce for your business? And sometimes a plan can produce you results right away. Sometimes a plan needs to take time. Typically it's time, but you got to be like working the plan. You got to plan your work and then work the plan. There's some work involved, right? So here it is. All right. So here's the formula. Okay. Very casual, non-copywritten, fancy word formula. I'm going to give it to you. Set a goal, then batch and schedule. And I'm going to go over this in a minute and I'm going to give you the plan. Set a goal, batch, and schedule. Okay. So it all starts with a goal. Most people show up on social media and they say to themselves, what do I post today to get like likes, comments, engagement, blah, blah, promote my business? Like, what do I do? And then you're thinking like that, right? In this little box. I, on the other hand, encourage, and this is the way that I think, I go, what is my goal this week? Or what is my goal this month? And when, you have many goals, I understand that, but what's the goal specifically that you have to sell what product, and maybe how many of those products? It doesn't have to be as granular as how many, but literally you just need to have a goal that's like, hey, I'm going to show up this week on social media, or I'm going to do all of the things, my money-making activities in my business this week, and I'm going to do my social media posting strategy around me focusing on selling XYZ product this week or XYZ product this month. Some of my people are in direct sales and y'all have like lots of different things that you can focus on. So if you sell multiple things, you've got to ask yourself, what is it that you want to focus on that week or that month? Because sometimes, I don't know for you guys, if it's as overwhelming for you as it is for me, if I think of having to sell all the things, I go, and then I do nothing. So what I would recommend is, what is your goal this week or this month? What are you going to focus on? If you have multiple different product lines that you can focus on, even if you're a course creator or a coach, I'm a course creator as well. So I've got multiple courses that I can sell. And sometimes I think about, well, which ones do we sell this month? Or do we sell them all? Do we do content around them all? I'm like, and then you do nothing, you freeze. So for me, I'm like, okay, I sit down with my team and I'm like, okay, I'm going to focus on, or I think we should focus on this product this month. And let's build a plan around that goal. Okay. So that's the first thing that you want to do is, what is your weekly, monthly goal? Now, you got to ask yourself, how do you best work? Because how you best work is how I'm going to recommend that you batch your content. Okay. If you can sit down and just put your blinders on and you can focus for like 90 minutes straight, and you have that amount of time, and you want to get all of 1 month's worth of work done in 90 minutes, then I suggest, if that's your personality type and you're good with that kind of focus, then I would say plan your entire month in one sitting. I would plan your whole month in one sitting. Now, if you're more like loosey-goosey and you like to kind of like operate on a whim, and you're a little bit more like in the moment, and you can't really sit down and think of like 30 days of posts, and you're just a little bit more whimsical, that's great. You know your personality type. That's amazing. Work with your personality type. Don't try to be something that you're not. Work with what you are. And so then I would say, make a plan to do weekly batches, because you're going to probably work better weekly in a weekly batch. So then maybe you could take 30 minutes and plan an entire week worth of content. And I'm going to share with you how to do this in a minute. Okay. So you just kind of got to think about how you work, and are you going to plan to serve your goal for the whole month? Or are you going to plan to serve your goal for the whole week? You decide. Totally up to you based on your personality type. Work with what you know that you like to do, and that you'll make it more fun for you that way. And it'll be better that way. All right. So so basically you're going to write it down. Weekly or monthly goal is to sell and focus on this product that we're gonna sell. That's the goal. Now, the goal should always be, let me tell you this, the goal should always be sales to something. There's going to be indirect goals sometimes with businesses. And I don't know if you work with any like media managers or maybe any agencies or anything, and they might ask you like, what's your goal? Are we doing lead gen goal? Are we doing sales goal? Anything but money, okay, revenue for the company should be an indirect goal, not the sole main goal. Sole main goal, no, that sounds like I'm talking Asian, right? Sole main goal is going to be your revenue generator, whatever the revenue generator is. Okay. If you guys are liking this, thumbs up, heart it. It helps the broadcast get out to more people who can find value with it. So much grateful if you did. Much grateful. I'm not even talking English today. Much grateful if you did. You don't have to talk English to make some good money on the internet. So then what you want to do is, you got your goal, you know how you're going to batch. You're going to batch either weekly content or monthly content. Okay. Then what you want to do is reverse engineer, what can you do to meet that goal? Okay. So I'm going to give you how I think about this. So if I'm sitting down to plan out 7 pieces of content in 1 week. Okay. So in one day, in like 30-minute or 1 hour time block, I'm going to plan out my whole week of content. Okay. So what I do is I sit down and I go, what are the topics of these content? Like not the whole caption. I don't write all the caption or anything. I just go, what's the topic? And then I take like literally 10 minutes and I could write out topic 1, topic 2, topic 3, topic 4. And I think about, okay, what do I want to share to serve that goal? So I'll give you an example. So if you are selling, you've got multiple skincare products, okay? If you have multiple skincare products, I would take one product line. So let's say, for example, I don't know if this is what you have, but I'm just going to guess. Maybe you have an under eye serum, and the benefits of the under eye serum are the appearance of fine lines or wrinkles. Maybe it helps with puffiness, makes you look younger and brighter, more alert and sexy, more confident. Like you've got, all these benefits of this product. And you're really like, okay, I'm going to sell our under eye cream that we have this week. Like that is my goal. I'm going to revolve all of my topics on social media really to lead into starting conversation for that type of business that I'm trying to acquire for the week. Okay, boom, got the goal. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down and I'm going to be like, what are 7 or 5 to 7? I don't know if you guys post over the weekends. If your audience is more engaged during the weekends, post during the weekends. I've noticed with my audience, we are not very engaged during the weekends. We like to take weekends off. So I've learned that from posting a lot on social media and looking at my analytics. So we really focus on 5 business driving posts a week. And then the other 2 on the weekend, I usually post like fun stuff. Like, what are we doing behind the scenes? What are my husband and I doing? Like, we'll do fun stuff on the weekends. But I'll pick 5 topics and I'm going to be like, okay, one topic I want to share the testimonial of my friend Nancy using the product. Okay, whatever, right? That would be an idea, a topic. Then I would say topic number 2, I'm going to share my personal story of using this product. Number 3, I'm going to do a little us versus them post because I actually get a lot of people that, I'm just making this up, but I actually get a lot of people that tell me that they already use like a certain eye cream that works for them, but I know that their ingredients are really terrible and my ingredients are really good. So I'm going to do a little educational post to share with people what ingredients they need to avoid in their eye cream because it might be doing more harm than good. Okay, so maybe that's a little topic that I want to do. The other topic that I want to do is I want to have more of a personal post and I want to share my full morning routine regime with my skincare. And you're obviously going to, after you come up with the topic, you kind of fill in the caption. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. The other one might be, I want to have more of like a fun family personal post. And I'm just going to have fun with that post. And it's going to be more of like just an engagement post to work the algorithms. You kind of just topic out like what you're going to do, very chicken scratch, like literally make bullet points on like the 7 things or the 5 things that you're going to post for that week. So that when you sit down, and you plan and you batch this, you have a little bit of like a roadmap. Okay, because what I found is that if I sit down and I'm like, I'm going to plan my first post and plan my second post, I do it that way. The roadmap it becomes a little bit overwhelming. So if I'm like topic, I just need to fill in the blanks. I'm like, ooh, my brain works really good that way. Okay. So then basically what I'm going to do is I've got my 5 topics. I'm doing a week week posting plan. And then I'm going to, you guys, and I know I'm probably going to get this question. So many people are going to ask like, what posting software do you use? Or what social media project management tool that do you use? There's so many out there, but you could literally do this on just a Google Doc or a Word doc where you could be like post number 1, post number 2, and you'd have a little insert the image or the video that you're going to use. Or if you're going to do a reel, plan that reel, do the reel, and then put it there. And then write the little caption. And the caption is literally like what you say with the post. Like, what does the post say? And it doesn't have to be that long. If you're doing a more educational post, it might be a little bit longer. But for the most part, it could be a couple paragraphs, one paragraph. And so what you would do is you would sit down and you would just plan this out in one day, okay? Or 1 hour. If you're planning for the whole month, it might take you 90 minutes to 2 hours or to 2 hours. But then if you think about that, it's all batched and ready to go. And it's planned in a Word doc. There's other things like Trello. Some people use Monday.com. There's Trello. There's a bunch of later.com. There's a bunch of things. You can even use free Creator Studio if you're doing this through your Facebook business page. Facebook actually gives you a planner that's built in that you can schedule all your posts with. You don't even need to buy any third-party software, by the way. So use the tools that Facebook gives you. We use them. So what you can do, though, the one thing that I do like to say is if you're going to plan your social media content, or if you have anybody else planning your social media content for you, like you're working with a VA or something like that, make sure that they are not just building the plan in a social media tool, that they're actually building it in like a doc for you, like a Google Doc or a Word doc. And it's kind of there and you can transfer that over into the tool. But here's why I like to have it hard copy, is because you can, in the future, recirculate some of that content back into your brand and repost it. Maybe give it a little different title or give it a different image, but it's the same thing. So when you start to have this collection and bank of social media posts and captions, you can start reusing them and recirculating them. All right. People forget what happened yesterday, and they're not in their own world, let alone them remembering what happened in your world yesterday. So if you don't think that you can recirculate your posts, oh my gosh, you can totally recirculate some of your best posts. So if you have a hard copy of it, you're not losing it to like a third-party tool. If you ever cancel that tool or you stop using it, or if you stop working with that VA or whatever, you actually have an asset in your business that you can forever use with your social media. I know I got a little on a tangent there, but that was really, that's really important. So basically now you have your top quick topics, and then you sit down and you plan it. What image is going with it? What are you saying in the caption? Very importantly as well, what you want to make sure that is included with every single post is a call to action, a CTA, a call to action. So you got to ask yourself, okay, if the goal is this week to focus on under eye cream cells, okay, we'd have a call to action for people to reach out. You've got to tell people what to do on any kind of marketing online, not just social media posts. You have to tell people what to do. You got to give them their next step that you want them to take with you. You can't expect people to automatically go, oh, I'm just going to reach out. No, like you've got to tell them what to do. But honestly, like if you want to call to action and you know that something can help your marketing or get people to take whatever step with you, you have to say, hey, do this thing that I want you to do, right? Do this thing that I suggest that you do. Do this thing. Okay, I saw my hearts and likes go up. Thank you guys for that. I appreciate it. That does help the broadcast. So thank you very much. So basically, what you want to do is you want to create that plan and then make sure each post has a call to action. And it's going to be different. The call to action is going to be different for everybody because y'all have different ways of getting people to get your business information or get your products information. Some of you guys are like, hey, reach out to me and start a chat because you want to navigate that conversation. Some of you guys have got application forms that you're getting people to fill out. Some of you guys are sending people directly to your website to purchase, which I don't really recommend in a social media post because of so many reasons. You guys probably heard me talk about that before. But you typically, my call to action is to get them on our email list in some way, shape, or form. So we have a freebie that we give away or something along those lines. So I can keep that conversation going that way. But it doesn't matter. It could be, hey, private message me, drop me a comment. If you don't have a funnel set up for your business yet, it doesn't matter. It could be as simple as that. Okay. Just make sure that you definitely have a call to action for people to take some sort of next step with you so that you can carry that conversation into a sale. This is where most people forget to do in their post. And then they're like, I'm just posting all the time and I'm spending all the time on social media, but it's not working. And I'm like, okay, well, let me look at your post. And then I look at the post and I'm like, of course it's not working. You're not like asking for people to take action with you. You're not telling people what the next step is, but it's a very easy tweak, very easy change that you can make. Very, very, very easy. Okay. So now at this point, you have sat down and you have your topic, you have the goal, right? It's going to serve the goal. You have the image, you have the creative, you've got the caption. And guys, you've got to learn, this is just a business life skill. We have to learn how to set a timer on our phone and work within that time allotment. It doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be done. So if you're spending 5 or 6 hours getting this done, you're spending too much time and it's too perfect. You got to get a little more unperfect, because the people that are pummeling out more more posts, more social media posts and content faster than you, they're gonna blow right by you. You're gonna be sitting there still at the desk going like, what do I write about? And it's taking you too long. So to put the timer on and go, and then oh my gosh, okay, I got 90 minutes to get this done. And it's so incredible what can happen when you test yourself and when you push yourself like that. So it's one of the biggest things, like for me, when I go into content creation mode, it's like, I've got 1 hour. I need to make the most out of this 1 hour. We put a stock on the door, and we're not doing those things in the bedroom. We're doing other things in the bedroom. We are writing. We put a stock on the door and we go, and it's go time. And it's literally like, okay, let's get this done. Because if I get this done in an hour, that means that we've accomplished, we've crushed it, we're going. So you've got to challenge yourself to that, because I see so many people spending too much time. So you have 30 minutes, an hour blocked off if you're doing weekly batches. You've got 90 minutes to 2 hours blocked off if you're planning for the entire month. So now you've got all the content, it's ready to go. What do you do with it? You schedule it. I would highly, highly recommend that you schedule your posts and you set it and forget it. You set it and forget it. Here's why. The biggest thing for me, because I'm a total analytic geek, like I'm not really an analytic geek, but I like metrics. Okay. So I like to see what's working and I like to tweak it for it to work better. So here's how you do this. If you schedule your posts, you can schedule for the first week your posts to go out at a certain time of the day. And then what you can for the next week, schedule those posts to go out at a different time of the day. And then for the next week, schedule them to go at a different time of the day. And then the other week, schedule at a different time of the day. And then what you want to do is you want to look at which posts at which time that you posted gets the most reaction and engagement, gets the most views, gets the most engagement. And this is data that can help you to tell you, oh, this is when my audience is most engaged. Well, now I know how to schedule my posts from now on forward. After about 30 or 60 days of just looking at when your posts are going out and when they are getting most engaged with, it will give you enough intel and data to be like, okay, your audience is online reacting during this time and this time most. So now when you schedule your posts, you can make them go out for those times. And then you know that they're always going to be in front of the most people that are going to be the most reactive. It's just how it works. You've got to be operating like a business, right? If we want to get paid like one. So this is how we do it. So what you want to do is just test different times, because we can only guess right now. Even the best of us could guess right now when your people are actually engaged the most online. You have to do your own test. If you schedule them and you don't just post them on the fly, because I don't know about you, like 5 million things are going on in my life around me at any given point in time. If I set a timer for myself to post, that might not happen right at that exact time. And I might forget. And then later on that day, I'm like, oh, shoot, I forgot to make the post. Okay, let's go make the post. So it's going to be really hard for you to get true findings of when your people are really online. Plus, you really, really, really just want to get in that habit of doing the work once and setting it, forgetting it, and go. If you have a hard copy of this as well, you guys, you can start to see which pieces of content people like the most, which topics people like the most. And you can start putting stars or highlighting or, making a note of which topics your audience is liking the most, so that you can go out there and you can create more of those topics for your audience because you know those are winning topics. So this is why, like when you're building out your social media, it's really, really important to work smarter and not harder. And I know, it's so easy to just go, oh, I'm going to post on social media. And then you just think of this idea and then boom, it just happens. And then like, it's very inconsistent and you are inspired to just act whenever. But then if you're treating your business like that, you typically will notice that you're getting paid like that too, which isn't like very consistent. It's very inconsistent. It's very sporadic and you don't really have a system going. So you really want to have this system. And then you want to schedule those out. I schedule everything through my Facebook page. So we have Creator Studio with our Facebook page. Everybody gets it with their Facebook page for free. But again, you could also hire a VA that could help you. You give them your plan and say, hey, make sure that these go out at this time, and this time and this time of the day, right? So this is why you want to do it either on your personal profile, your business page. I would say do both, do all of the real estates that you have. Now, here's the thing too. If you're creating these posts, where do you post them? I'd say everywhere that you have a profile. You post the same post on Instagram. You post the same post on your personal Facebook, same post on your business Facebook, same post in your group, Facebook groups or whatever you're part of, same on your Pinterest. If you have Pinterest, all over the place. Okay. And you go where you have the real estate, but you don't have to create separate content for each piece of real estate. And again, you could just hire a VA to help you with this as well for very inexpensive, just like, 30 minutes a week or, an hour a week is very, very inexpensive to have somebody do this. I give you guys a resource that we have available we made this last week for you. So I think you might like it. If you haven't yet seen it, if you're not on the email list, you might not have seen it. But I did a brand new podcast episode last Wednesday. We launched it. And I talk about the best social media platform to market your business on. Plus, I give you my 30-day profit posting plan and planner. Okay. So everything that I just talked about here, you can go to TanyaAliza.com/280. And you can listen to the podcast episode that'll talk to you which platform is best for you to market your business on. But you can also download our free 30-day profit posting planner that will help you plan this out, just the way that I just kind of shared with you. And so think about this, like just imagine this, like you spend 1 hour or 90 minutes or 2 hours, like 1 or 2 hours. I'm just going to say 1 or 2 hours. You could have the whole week or the whole month done for your social media posting efforts. Like you don't have to think anymore on the fly. It's just done. And you're consistent and your people are seeing you show up and they're like, wow, this person is taking their brand, their business seriously. Wow, they're so consistent. And those are the people that people are attracted to do business with, by the way. So I encourage you, I challenge you to follow that 30-day profit posting planner. I also give you a link in that posting planner to my actual Google sheet that all you need to do is fill in the blank with your captions and your information. And you see exactly how I plan it and how my team and I plan. And it also gives you examples that you can copy and I wouldn't say copy, but you could model those examples. So you go to TanyaAliza.com/280. You'll see the podcast episode there. You can engage with the podcast episode, but there'll be a big yellow button there. You can click it and you can request access for free my 30-day profit posting planner with the Google sheet that comes along with it. So you can just fill in the blanks. It's really, really cool. I don't know if I can make it, unless I came to your house and did them for you, which we do not have this service. Some people do have this service, but we do not have this service because I think you know your product and your people best, and you should be, it should be coming from your voice at least a little bit. I hope you guys find a lot of value in this, and if there is anything else that we can do, just let us know. I hope you guys go and pick up the Profit Planner. I hope that you guys are subscribed to our Wired to Crush It podcast. We release a new episode each Wednesday. So you guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you.